Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like you weren't good enough? Maybe you've compared yourself to others, thinking you'd be better if you were different in some way? If these situations sound familiar, this video is for you. Today, we're going to explore practical and powerful strategies to improve your self-acceptance, helping you embrace who you really are, with all your qualities and imperfections. Throughout this video, you'll discover how self-acceptance can transform your life, bringing more inner peace, confidence, and authenticity to your relationships. Imagine freeing yourself from the chains of self-criticism and allowing yourself to live fully, feeling comfortable in your own skin. The benefits of this journey are priceless, and I'm here to guide you through this process of self-discovery and self-love. Stay with me until the end, because the tips I'll share might be exactly what you need to start a new chapter in your life. Every strategy you learn here has the potential to change how you see and value yourself. Shall we go on this journey together? Before diving into the strategies, it's essential to understand what self-acceptance truly means. Self-acceptance is the ability to recognize and accept all parts of yourself, both the good and the less desirable. It's not about being complacent or ignoring areas where you want to improve, but rather accepting yourself as a whole, without harsh judgments. This full acceptance is the first step towards living a more authentic and satisfying life. Lack of self-acceptance can deeply impact various aspects of your life. When you don't accept yourself, it's common to constantly feel inadequate, leading to low self-esteem, difficulties in relationships, and even mental health issues like anxiety and depression. This feeling of inadequacy often stems from comparing yourself to others and believing that you must be perfect to be accepted and loved. However, true freedom and inner peace come when you allow yourself to be who you are, with all your flaws and virtues. Understanding the importance of self-acceptance paves the way for transformation. When you learn to accept yourself, you start living more lightly, without the heavy burden of constant self-criticism. This doesn't mean you can't or shouldn't strive to improve, but that this pursuit becomes healthier and more effective when done from a place of acceptance and self-love rather than self-judgment and dissatisfaction. To start improving self-acceptance, it's crucial to recognize the obstacles that often stand in the way. One of the biggest challenges is the human tendency to constantly compare ourselves to others. In a world where social media bombards us with images of seemingly perfect lives, it's easy to fall into the trap of feeling inferior or inadequate. This constant comparison can fuel insecurity and drive us further away from self-acceptance, creating a vicious cycle of self-criticism. Another significant obstacle is intense self-criticism. Often, we are our own harshest judges, criticizing ourselves for every mistake or imperfection without realizing the negative impact this has on our self-esteem. This harsh inner voice can stem from unrealistic expectations we impose on ourselves or absorb from others throughout our lives. Recognizing when we're being overly critical of ourselves is the first step to silencing this voice and replacing it with a more compassionate and supportive approach. External pressure, whether from friends, family, or society at large, can also make self-acceptance difficult. Many people feel compelled to meet others' expectations, living according to standards that don't reflect who they really are. This disconnect between the true self and the persona we present to the world can cause great suffering and hinder self-acceptance. Identifying these external pressures and learning to resist them is essential to cultivating genuine self-acceptance. One of the most effective strategies to improve self-acceptance is practicing self-compassion. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a close friend in times of difficulty. Instead of punishing yourself for flaws or imperfections, you allow yourself to acknowledge your struggles and limitations with a more compassionate and less critical view. This shift in perspective can be transformative, helping to reduce self-criticism and cultivate a healthier relationship with yourself. To start practicing self-compassion, it's helpful to adopt daily exercises that help change how you talk to yourself. Replacing negative and critical thoughts with positive and encouraging affirmations is a good starting point. Additionally, when facing a difficult situation or making a mistake, try asking yourself, how would I react if a friend were going through this? This simple reflection can help soften self-criticism and promote a kinder, more understanding attitude toward yourself. Reducing social comparison is a crucial step toward improving self-acceptance. We often measure ourselves against others, especially on social media, where we only see the best versions of other people's lives. This practice of comparison can erode our self-esteem and distance us from who we really are. By recognizing that everyone has a unique journey and that appearances don't always reflect reality, we can start to free ourselves from this harmful cycle. A practical way to reduce social comparison is to limit the time spent on social media and focus more on your own achievements and personal progress. Additionally, cultivating gratitude can help shift the focus from what you lack to what you've already accomplished. By adopting this change in perspective, you begin to appreciate your own qualities and achievements, strengthening your self-acceptance and feeling more at peace with yourself. Accepting your imperfections is an essential step towards achieving true self-acceptance. We all have flaws and aspects we'd like to improve, but it's important to recognize that these imperfections are part of what makes us unique. Instead of fighting against them or feeling ashamed, learning to embrace these parts of yourself can lead to a more authentic and fulfilling life. When you accept your imperfections, you make room for personal growth and self-compassion, allowing yourself to be human in every way. An effective way to start accepting your imperfections is by reflecting on public figures or people you admire who have turned their weaknesses into strengths. These stories can serve as inspiration for you to see your own imperfections in a new light, realizing that they don't define your worth but rather enrich your life experience. By embracing this view, you get closer to self-acceptance and free yourself from the pressures of being perfect, living with more ease and authenticity. Setting healthy boundaries is a fundamental practice for promoting self-acceptance. When you set clear boundaries in your life, both with others and with yourself, you're protecting your mental and emotional health. This means recognizing how far you can go without compromising your well-being and being willing to say no when necessary. By establishing these boundaries, you begin to value yourself more, reinforcing the idea that your needs and feelings are important and worthy of respect. Creating healthy boundaries also involves identifying situations or relationships that drain your energy and undermine your self-esteem. Learning to distance yourself from negative influences or deal with them assertively is crucial to maintaining your personal integrity. These boundaries help create an environment where you can grow and fully accept yourself, without being constantly pulled down by external or internal pressures. By protecting your emotional and mental space, you're practicing a powerful act of self-acceptance and self-respect. Cultivating positive relationships is essential for strengthening self-acceptance. The people you surround yourself with have a significant impact on how you see and value yourself. When you maintain relationships with individuals who support, value, and encourage you, you create an environment where it's easier to accept yourself. These relationships act as a mirror, reflecting your qualities and boosting your self-esteem, helping to dispel self-criticism and insecurity. By nurturing these connections, you're building a support network that contributes to a more positive and compassionate view of yourself. Throughout this video, we've explored various strategies to improve self-acceptance, and now it's time to put these practices into action. Choose one of the strategies discussed and start applying it in your life today. Transformation begins with small steps, and each step you take is a move towards a more authentic and fulfilling life. If this content resonated with you, share your experiences or questions in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insights on personal development. Let's go on this journey of self-discovery and growth together. Remember, the journey to self-acceptance is continuous, but each step forward is a victory in itself. There's no rush or final destination. What matters is the progress you make along the way. Cultivate patience and kindness towards yourself, recognizing that you deserve love and acceptance just as you are. Keep moving forward, and allow yourself to flourish in your own uniqueness.